channel. Today is going to be an augment video. I'm going to go through augments and tell you why they are there. Without further ado, let's get into it. So you want to go over to weapons, you want to go over to the augments, click on augments twice, augments, and quit. So as you see that I don't have all my augments fulfilled. The ones I use the most are obviously full. So let's go over those first. I use Jug, Melee, Speed, and Wisp T. Those are the main ones for me. Later on, when I have a chance, I do get Stamina up. I do Quick Revive. I'm morally surprised that that one's not more of 100% as well, because I use Quick Revive quite a bit. So let's just get into this. So as far as my Juggernaut, I'm using a major augment that allows me to increase my maximum health with this perk can. Definitely do not recommend Turtle Shell unless if you just do not ever get hit in the front and you're just a pro sweaty player. Turtle Shell is not a good augment to be using. Although all your armor is taken from the back, like a Turtle Shell, your front is exposed, and one hit, even on a low round, can knock you down. So Turtle Shell is not a good one. These are really your choices. I started off with using Turtle Shell, and it worked for a few games, and then I noticed that I kept getting knocked down by getting hit one time from the front. One time. So not a good one. Moving forward, I am using hardened plates and durable plates. So this allows my plates to become more durable and more mitigation. So it's like throwing double armor on armor. So there's that. Moving up to stamina, I'm using Free Fire because I don't have to worry about jumping off a high point and dying or going down. I'm immune to all fall damage. And then since I don't have this one all the way researched, I'm not allowed to have two minors, so the one I am using is Hot Fit. This being if I use a Tomahawk or a Semtex or a Grenade or any of the equipment kills, I get a Hot Fit, which gives me a quick burst of speed just for a moment. This is very helpful if you're trying to get away from zombies. I recommend Tomahawks for the fact that it's an insta-kill on a zombie. So you can easily, if you only get to carry two in this game, which I find really dumb. Because previous games you were allowed to hold 5 Tomahawks, this one you're only allowed 2. But even those 2 can't really help you out. Having more obviously does help, but you can always go retract those and then just fix and repeat and just run real fast. Let's go to Quick Revive here. I am a team player type player. I am always trying to think of the next guy, how to help them out, and how to keep them with no perks. That's just the kind of player I am. I'm really good at it. With that being said, I'm running EMT. I revive it. EMT allows reviving an ally for them to keep all their perks on their bleed out circle, and when you are revived, you keep up to 5 perks. So that means if I go down and they revive me and I have quick revive on, then that means I'll be able to keep 5 of those perks on my bleed out bar instead of 3 in previous games. So this will be very helpful for that. I also recommend Dying Wish. This keeps you from going down and put your life to a 1%. And this can be done 3 times, but it basically will take away the quick revive and allow you to keep all perks, because you didn't essentially go down, you just didn't die either. So there's that. Also running swift recovery. When I revive an ally, it increases both our speed. So let's say you're down, and I revive you, just run. Essentially, you can revive as you are running, and you'll be able to plate up if you need to plate, or just get to a safer area so where you can shoot from a distance. So that's why I run swift recovery. Again, it's to help the team out. Um, and yeah, I used to run reviving an ally heals me to full health, but it doesn't do any good for me. It definitely doesn't help the other team when I'm being revived to full health and they just end up going back down because they couldn't run fast enough to get out. So that's why I am running swift recovery and EMT. Let's go to melee macchiato. Melee macchiato. This gives you basically a super punch. Depending on your augment, it does different sorts of things. I had just unlocked the Mocha Mall. The punch is replaced with your dedicated melee weapon. So basically, it just makes your melee weapon strong. But I'm running vampiric extraction, so melee attacks heal a small of my health. This is essential when you're doing the Easter egg and you have the Necro wonder weapon and you're meleeing. It will heal you over time. So it's just very helpful. I used to run Espresso. My melee attacks were fast and were super fast, but then I would never get healed, and the attacks were just null and void at that point because I would just get knocked down. So that's why I run that. And then, of course, strength training. Your punch can one-hit normal enemies for 1 round, so that means if I'm on round 8 and I don't have that on, I'm not going to really want to punch him. But if I have that on, the strength training, I'll be able to one-punch him until like round 15 or so. Maybe more. I'm not sure in this game just yet. I'm still experimenting. And then, of course, I'm running Barista Brawl. You gain more essence from melee kills, so it gives you a boost in your essence. Now, for my speed cola, my field upgrades are recharged faster because I run Aether. I need the Aether as much as possible. You never know when you get out of a heated moment, or if your Betsy old Tessie truck blows up and you need to cloak real fast or cloak your team. That's why I use that to make sure that I always have my field upgrade. Secondly, I'm running the Speedy Roulette, so the mystery box. I do use the mystery box in this game, and I need it to settle fast, so it sells much faster. And then when I'm pitching equipment such as, sentries, if you can get caught up just for trying to set up a sentry and then you get knocked. So I just use fast pitcher, and it doesn't take long to throw a monkey, it doesn't take long to throw Semtex, LT, Casmers, or whatever. It's just a fast pitcher. It's a minute. It works out really well. So that works for me. Let's go Fletcher. So Fletcher Aid is very helpful depending again on what kind of player you are. A team player, solo player, I'm a little bit of both. So it works for me to have party gift, ammo drops, give more ammo to one of the weapons. So as most of you all know, wonder weapons are the most expensive reload for the ammo cache. So if you get like a max ammo or like fine ammo on the ground, that's your best way to get that ammo for your wonder weapon. Um, so that's why I would run Parting Gift. It's just more helpful. I used to run this one right here, the upgrade aid. On death, zombies have a chance to create a gas cloud that charges your upgrade. But it seems as if in this game you can't stand still for too long without being attacked, so you're always on the move. So that doesn't really help me in this game. So having ammo drops helps. Moving down to the minor augment, I like to use Picky Eater. I like to switch it between that and this carry-on luggage. Critical kills have a chance to drop extra salvage. You need extra salvage to do weapon rarities. Unless you're lucky like me, who gets legendaries and purple tools out of the box all the time. It just really depends on the game. So that's a good one to have. I'm more of a picky eater. If I'm running monkeys, if I'm running cashmeres, I don't want to keep going back and buying them when they can be dropped for me. So on death, zombies have a chance to drop my current equipment. So if I'm running axes, if I'm running simtexes, they'll drop whatever my equipment is. So it's very helpful to have that. Alright, moving forward, death perception. So there's two ways of getting this death perception. That will be in another video of the second way. So the first way is this, the perk can. There is a setting inside the actual gameplay itself. You can switch and basically turn your contrast on and you will always have zombies. A lot of people who do speed runs and people who just do fast run throughs use that because it's helpful to them. I just say it's helpful for everybody for the fact that you can see the zombie better. You can see it crawling when they're crawling at you. So I just find it helpful all the way around. For me, using this, I'm using Death Stare. My elemental weak damage has a chance to kill an enemy that is low on health. So the less I have to shoot a weapon, the more bullets I'll have. So that's why I like having this one. And then of course the extra change. I like to find the extra essence on my locations. I don't know about essence and salvages. That's the two things that are going to keep me alive and how I'm going to keep running the game. So there's just run out of running. Again, you can see that it's not all the way, loaded up. So over time, I'm going to probably switch these out, try new things, and I might have big content. If something works for you, maybe send me a comment and I'll read it and try it out. Always try new stuff. Alright, let's go down to PhD Flopper. As you see, I'm using Gravity MD, just falling from heights creates explosions, and my sliding distance and speeds are increased, so I'm always about being quick, fast, and movement. All of that is very, very essential to survival and getting away from that zombie that's swinging at you. One thing I do enjoy about this game is when they swing at you, they really do kind of like swing and miss and they kind of fall down. It's actually kind of comical if you actually see that happen. So that's why I'm running PhD Flopper. I will slide myself out of the way. I use an movement quite often. It's very helpful. All of these perk cans can be helpful if you put the right augment on it for your game style. But again, it's really up to you. It's really up to your gameplay. These are just personal choices. This works for me. So for me, bullets deal double critical damage. I want to kill that person or that zombie as fast as can. So if it's a new zombie and they have full health, I want to make sure that I'm doing double damage so they die just as fast as the next guy. And then increase bullet damage to my armor pieces. So like you have those armored zombies, they're going to die just as fast because now I'm going to be taking care of the armor quicker so I can kill them faster. And again, once I actually upgrade all this stuff to 100%. I'll probably redo this video and make more content, and hopefully you guys will let me know what to use and what not to use, and maybe it'll work for me. So let's move forward. Double tap. I'm using double standard. All non-critical shots do double damage, so I'm all about damage and doing criticals and all that. Trying to kill them as fast as possible, especially when you get in the higher rounds. It seems as if your gun depletes over time. So you're gonna have to switch out your gun. You're gonna have to give the legendary and pack threes and all that. I'm finding that you can't just use one gun throughout the entire game. You have to switch them out and use multiple guns. It's just what I'm noticing. So for the minor augment, I'm using double time so I can further increase my weapon fire rate. So this is definitely going to be like a double tap. So the faster your bullets come out of the gun, the faster they die. Just quick headshots and you should be okay. That's also helpful when you have dead shot. With dead shot and double tap together, you're like combining the impact. Elemental pop is a good one to have. This will trigger all the ammo mods that come with the game. As for electric cherry, that's just for when I ran out of bullets and I don't realize that I'm out of my bullets and I'm reloading. I'm not going to be caught up in a horde of zombies. They're going to get electrocuted because I'm electrocuting as I am reloading. So it gives me just a little bit of a relax. Know how to panic. And then I'm using chillberry, so all the elemental pop cooldowns are reduced. And it's helpful. Again, these are just personal with how I play. If I'm using elemental pop, I want the elemental pop to be activated as much as possible, so that's why I use chillberry. And then lastly, for the colas, we're going to go with Whisk Tea. I'm running the Mask of Salvation. Mainly I'm turning my whisk into a fox, and this fox can revive me while it's active, and it can be done up to 3 times. So my major augment is I get revived with my Whisk Tea, and it is very helpful. And then of course I increase the whisk lifetime, so in case if I go down and it's not out, it won't revive me. It won't revive me until it pops out. As long as it's active, then it will. If it goes away as you go down, it won't revive you. It won't. Then I'm also wearing zombie sitter, so the whisk will distract and avoid damaging the last zombie in the round until the last time. So the zombie sitter does exactly that. It babysits the zombie, so you don't have to keep running in circles. You don't have to train it up. You don't have to run a train on the zombies. You can just run your game. However, it's going to be stuck in that spot. It's going to hold it there, and you can still run your Easter egg as intended without all the annoyance of one zombie being chased around. So that's helpful. Moving on to ammo mods. As you see, again, not everything is 100% with me. I'm still playing the game. I'm still doing what has to be done to get these augments to its percentage. Dead wire. I'm running lightning strike because a bolt of lightning strikes from above, and this time's all normal and special I'm using the area. So let's say there's about 50 zombies, 75 zombies at you. You're shooting them, and all of a sudden lightning comes down. It gives you a little bit of time to actually reload your gun real quick, or just keep shooting and kill them. And then of course the dead wire deals more damage, so when it does, hopefully that dead wire will kill most of them, or damage most of them to where basically it won't take much to shoot them all down. So it's very helpful for damage control. played Almost, big game. Basically activates on the weeks, and it's legendary. Each tick that has a chance to spread to a nearby enemy, so you know it can cause a wildfire real quick. And then Coral Freeze, it can slow in elite enemies, and then I'm also using liquid nitrogen, so it activates the power of breathing even more frequently. Fireworks is a fun one. I feel like they added this one to this game. I haven't played all of the Call of Duty games, so I don't know if this is ever a previous MMOD. So to me, it's new, and I really enjoy it. I haven't tried Whipping Wheel yet. I just switched it to that. I use Fire Wheel. That's really cool. It looks really cool. Just gives it a little bit of a light show. It's really awesome. And then Big Bang, so it works on special elite enemies such as bears and stuff. And then I increase the area effect, so in case if you know there's a bear around or something, or you know Mr. Klaus guy, it might be able to affect them as well. Alright, and then Brain Rot. I'm using Plague. Charmed enemies have a chance to turn others. And extension. Brain Rot charm duration is increased. So I'll get more time for them to turn more zombies, so it's less bullets I have to shoot. And more chances to survive. And then I'm always running big game. Always trying to run the big game because it's going to kill the bigger guys as well. It's just how I play. I play with explosive rain. I don't feel like it does what it does when it needs to. I feel Shadow Rift can activate on elites is a little better for me. And then Supermassive, so the singularity lethal radius is increased and can kill more. So that's pretty self-explanatory. So not bad. These are just what I'm running so far. And lastly, field upgrades. So as you see, I run Aether Shout. Aether Shout's a good one. It keeps me out of trouble. Especially when there's a horde of zombies and I'm just over bombarded and I'm trying to reload. I throw my Aether Shout on. I'm able to reload and kill zombies. It's a winner. So let's start with energy mine. So turret. So when I throw out my energy mine, whenever I switch to that, it's just going to pop up a turret where it shoots zombies one at a time. And then I put a frequency boost on so we can shoot zombies one at a time more often. So as soon as I have a chance to get the miner augment going for a second one, it will be an extra charge so I can throw two and have double the damage. So it takes out two zombies instead of one. Frenzy Guard. So Frenzy Guard, this is an augment to where when you use this, all the zombies chase you. All the zombies basically all eyes on you. But with the right attachment to this can actually be very helpful with your team players such as myself for you to help them out. Such as this minor augment rally. So on activation, anybody who around me, if I activate it on them and they have the plates, all their plates are refilled full. Just by hitting a simple field upgrade, you can save someone's life. And then this triggers the explosion. So when they're moving around me, I hit it, they explode, they die. I'm safe. And then all the other zombies will trigger me. So every time I kill them, I'm reloading my armor. So I'm reloading armor pieces right every time I kill them. Dark Flare, I'm not really too familiar with. I haven't really tried it too much. I've looked at it a few times. Just not something for me. But I have the Beam will revive and use other players on content. And the Beam is significant too, so I have a better chance of killing and reviving. And then Toxic Growth. It's pretty self-explanatory in this one. Toxic Growth takes up a wider area, so if you're in door frame, right, got a bunch of zombies coming, you run through your door frame, you hit your Toxic Growth between the door frame, keep running, all those zombies chasing you, you'll get caught up in that, slow down, you die, or potentially. and then enemies moving through the growth are even slower. So that means I'll be able to turn around, shoot them because they're slowed down significantly. Healing aura, that's a second or first for some to be using. This goes hand in hand with Aether. So if, let's say, you're down and you need help up, uh, someone has healing aura, boom. So for me, I'm using persistence. So revive players keep all of their perks on their bleed out circle. You can keep up to 5 perks if you do it right with the other augments, such as the not stamina, the quick revive. If you have the quick revive augment, let's go take a look back over here. So like the quick revive augment, like reviving it, right? That's what that does with the healing aura. So you being revived in any way, shape, or form with that augment on, you'll keep all 5 of your circle on your loadout. Without it, you'll only keep whatever is on that loadout. So if one disappears because I took too long reviving you, then you'll have 2. That's how that works. And last but not least, the Aether Shroud. I find that this is my number one. This is what I use the most because this is what's going to help other people. With me being that team player that I keep mentioning, all my nearby allies are also cloaked. So if I feel like there's a bunch of zombies around them, I will run next to them. I will cloak so they don't have to worry about going down. The less time you actually have to take to revive someone, the more time you can actually take trying to handle the map and just continue on your Easter egg if that's what you're doing, or just keep killing if that's what you're doing. Whatever your mission is for that game sesh, for you being a solo player or for you being a team player, it's really up to you. And then, of course, I have that extra charge. I need that extra charge, and I want my Aether Shroud significantly increased, so I have that. So I have 2 Aether Shrouds. So you basically get 2 field upgrades with these augments. So augments are really good to have. They're helpful. So just go through them. Don't be afraid to try out different things. And yeah, leave some comments down below. And don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button. And thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. For my name is Casper, and I'm Ghost.